Welcome to the third leg of our Corner Country video, where we travel through 3 states in one day to reach Cameron Corner and return to Toowoomba. Hi, my name is Rosemary, one half of R&R Living Life, the other being my husband Rick. Together we have been exploring Corner Country in the westernmost part of New South Wales outback. This video is a compilation of the photographs I have taken. It is just a small snapshot of the vastness, beauty, amazing country and adaptability shown by those living in rural and remote areas of Australia. I hope you enjoy this episode of Corner Country. The journey to Cameron Corner took us through open gibber plains where we could see for miles and miles, to red sandy undulating land that had contrasting country on different sides of the road, grey soil plains of the river country, to ephemeral creeks and lakes interspersed amongst the barrier and grey ranges. We saw and crossed sand dunes on the edge of the Simpson Desert and on the eastern edge of the Strzelecki Dunes. We viewed sandstone mesas that rose from ancient seabeds. As we travelled through Sturt National Park, we came across some sculptures that were created using offcuts from the 50-kilometre netting fence network built to exclude feral species and manage overabundant kangaroos that threaten the environment of the wild desert's mammal reintroduction sites found in 3 areas of the park. The Fort Grey campground sculpture is of a western quoll, a species found in this region at the time of Sturt's visit in 1845, but now extinct. At over 5,400 kilometres end to end, the dog fence is one of the longest structures ever built. It stretches from the ocean cliffs of the Great Australian Bight to the west of the Great Dividing Range in the east, and was constructed to keep dingoes out of sheep growing areas in southeastern Australia. Fence construction began in the late 1800s, originally to try to halt the rabbit plague. These fence sections were erected along property boundaries and later were joined and heightened to create the dog fence of today. The fence is patrolled by workers stationed intermittently along its length. Holes must be mended, sand drifts removed and plant growth controlled, all to secure the integrity of the fence. Excluding dingoes from parts of the ecosystems help Australia's sheep and wool meat industries to flourish, but it has also impacted the natural environment along this structure. Dingoes arrived on the continent over 4,000 years ago, brought here by Asian seafarers. As apex predators, they play a fundamental role in shaping ecosystems through their predatory pressure. Dingoes keep the numbers of smaller predators in check, as well as larger herbivores like kangaroos and feral goats. The second sculpture we saw was of a bandicoot species known locally by the Aboriginal people as a tulparo, at the border fence between New South Wales and Queensland. The third sculpture, a greater bilby, we found at the gate into South Australia as we arrived at the corner. Charles Sturt recorded seeing all three memorial sculptures in the region in 1845, but are all now extinct. The Wild Deserts Project is working to restore this landscape and to reintroduce locally extinct mammals such as bandicoots back into the area. Cameron's Corner is in the outback Blue Shire of Queensland and borders New South Wales to the south and South Australia to the west. It is an area of diverse and beautiful landscapes divided by the rugged Barrier and Grey Ranges and bordering on the Simpson and Strzelecki deserts to the west and the Bulu Overflow in the northeast. The dingo fence passes through Cameron's Corner along the New South Wales border. The corner and locality are named for the surveyor John Brewer Cameron from the New South Wales Lands Department, who spent 2 years during 1880 to 1882 marking the border between New South Wales and Queensland. Cameron erected a post there in September 1880 to mark its intersection with the border of South Australia. From Cameron Corner we travelled back along the Queensland side of the border along the gravel and red dirt road, across dry lakes and back onto the wiry gate road that was very undulating. Once we passed through the border gate back into New South Wales, we were on bitumen again. On the way back into town, we stopped to visit Tibooburra Pioneer Park, the site of the remarkable sculpture of an upside-down whaleboat that is an exact replica of the boat Charles Sturt dragged from Adelaide in order to cross the inland sea he was convinced he would discover in the centre of Australia. Thank you for watching our Cameron Corner in Corner Country episode. Stay tuned as we venture back into Queensland through some amazing downs country, vast floodplains, dry lakes and glistening Gibber Plains. Cheers, Rick and Rosemary, R&R, living life.